When a narcissist realizes what they lost, this is how they react. Greetings. Have you ever wondered what transpires when a narcissist finally admits their loss and how they react when they come face to face with their catastrophic misstep? Be prepared to find out, as this is the topic of our discussion today, something you don't want to miss. Allow me to welcome you to my channel. Narcissists have an inherent zeal to crave things that they cannot have. This innate characteristic sends their desires skyrocketing when they learn that they have lost you, adding to their frustration. However, it is not just restricted to narcissists, but is a basic human tendency to yearn for the off-limits or difficult to get. Yet individuals with a destructive narcissistic personality pattern take this to another level due to their hollow soul and illusionary existence they build around themselves. They display an extensive sense of arrogance and entitlement, considering themselves superior to others. They will feel its magnitude when they suddenly comprehend that you are gone for good, leaving a vast void in their lives. And in that beaming abyss, they will only want you to return. Often, a destructive narcissist doesn't pursue just anyone. They fixate on people who enhance their image and contribute to making them look good. Either romantically or platonically, you have a prized position in their life. Thus, you can expect the narcissist to start using hoovering tactics to reel you back into their manipulation trap once they confront the reality of what they have lost in losing you. They become too persistent in their desires, and there is no set limit on narcissistic hoovering. This tendency to pursue their targets relentlessly is a common trait of destructive narcissists, extending over a decade or more. But you don't have to be anxious about the imminent reappearances of your narcissistic ex or loved one. With prior knowledge and preparation, you can remain resilient against any pain, drama, or trauma that may come your way. Remember, you deserve to be loved and treated with respect, which is why awareness is key to keep you from submitting to their manipulative tactics. Beware, dear friends. If a narcissist makes a move to get back into your life, do not be flattered. It is not because you are a special person. Rather, it is their insidious way of getting their own twisted desires met at your expense. Their aim is not to make amends or rectify any wrongdoing. Once they win you over again, the vicious cycle of abuse will begin anew. The narcissistic abuse cycle comprises 3 phases: idealization, devaluation, and discard, infused with an abundant dose of projection, gaslighting, lying, and deceit. It all begins with love bombing, the idealization phase, where you will be sucked back in, despite all efforts to stay clear of the toxic relationship. To reiterate, you will be idealized, devalued, and discarded again, the cycle that you'll be helplessly running. Many of you may be familiar with this pattern, as it often spreads its tentacles on your love life, friendships, family, or workplace. It is a vicious and sickening pattern, especially for highly empathic individuals who only aim to serve the best intentions, but find themselves utterly disregarded and unimportant when dealing with a narcissistic person. If by chance they manage to infiltrate your life again, be cautious, as they will begin to morph into the person you needed them to be. Behaving civilly and respectably, seemingly showing empathy and apologizing for their previous wrongdoings. Don't be deceived. Remember, they are experts in manipulation and control, and they are only interested in satisfying their own needs. Do not fall prey to their tactics and protect yourself from the inevitable pain and abuse that they will eventually inflict upon you again. Be on high alert, dear viewers. Narcissists may make empty promises to win you over, but all their overtures are temporary. This fake facade of best behavior is just a mask that will inevitably slip. In no time flat, you will be dragged down into the devaluing phase where you will become the target of their projections and blame shifting of their own insecurities, anxieties, and issues. If you have allowed a narcissist to invade your life again by not maintaining firm, non-negotiable, and unapologetic no contact, and not working on your own healing and recovery, then you are back to the starting line. The cycle has begun anew with love bombing, but you will soon find yourself in a worse-off position. Every relapse strengthens the narcissistic grip and damages you emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, physically, and financially. Therefore, it's imperative to think long and hard before considering their words, as it's only a matter of time before you are subjected to their abuse again. On the other hand, If you have successfully maintained no contact and worked on your personal growth, you have escaped the narcissist's clutches. Your efforts to establish healthy boundaries, love yourself, and live your best life have paid off, and no matter how hard the narcissist tries, they will never be able to get back into your life. You have beat them at their own game, and they have failed miserably. Leave a comment below if you've had this experience and share the strategies that have worked for you in overcoming the narcissistic abuse. Remember, you are worth it, and you deserve to live a life free of toxic relationships. Get ready, folks, because once the narcissist realizes their dirty tricks aren't working, the flying monkeys and minions will start descending. These interlopers can be meddlesome friends, family members, nosy neighbors, or even coworkers who are completely clueless about boundaries. They may offer unsolicited advice, thinking they have all the information when in fact, they have only a distorted half of the story. They'll claim to have your best interests at heart, but in reality, they're merely messengers whose agenda may be anything but righteous. So, beware of these meddling minions and practice setting healthy boundaries. But what happens when all these schemes don't work? The narcissist will resort to tall tales, fairy tales, and false images. Let me tell you, friends, narcissistic people do not ride off into the sunset and live happily ever after with anyone. Those loving images you see on social media or hear through the grapevine are pure illusion. If they couldn't genuinely love you, they won't transform into a decent human capable of loving someone else. They lack empathy and a moral compass, and their love is toxic. So don't torture yourself with the idea that someone else is receiving the overflowing love that you never got. It's time to block the mother offer, do your healing and recovery work, and love yourself unconditionally. Buckle up, because the next step in the narcissist's playbook is a vicious smear campaign. Even if you have refused their hoovering tactics, ignored their minions, and held your ground like a champ, they will still want to trash you. Why? Because these narcissists are bitter, resentful cowards who need to paint themselves as the hero or the victim of the story, regardless of how terribly they have acted. So they'll portray you as the big bad villain in their twisted narrative, even if you happen to be the best thing ever happening to them. Narcissists are predictable creatures with limited tools in their toolbox. When their usual tactics of manipulation, targeting, and exploitation no longer work, they will go after your character, reputation, and relationships. They will use cruel, untrue, and bizarre claims to try to destroy everything you hold dear. And let me tell you, a smear campaign can be brutal, especially when you're still in the early stages of healing and recovery. But you must stiffen your backbone, stay prepared, and keep moving forward. When narcissists can no longer control you, they will try to control everyone's perception of you. They'll attempt to twist people's views, thoughts, and emotions to shape how others perceive you. But it's essential to reach a place where you rise above their machinations and remain emotionally numb. I've walked that path myself, dealing with projection from my sick family, false friends, romantic relationships, and professional life. Once a narcissist loses control over you, they will stop at nothing to tarnish your character. It's a dirty game they play, and you're going to be on the receiving end of it, my friend. However, if you stay vigilant, prepare yourself emotionally, and take care of yourself from the get-go, you'll be less likely to be affected by their lies. Don't give these cowardly narcissists the satisfaction of hurting you. You've got this. Narcissists want revenge when they understand they've lost influence over you and you'll never return. You heard correctly, revenge. They'll do anything to get even with you, including ruining your name to anybody who will listen or using their power to hurt you. Why? Because these narcissistic monsters can't manage that you've drawn the line and won't tolerate their deceptive, crazy-making, and abusive conduct. Don't be surprised if they try to avenge themselves by attacking your charges. It's vital to remove their leverage and protect yourself and your family from their evil. Prepare yourself, stay ahead of the game, and take action in advance. Trust me, you'll be thanking your lucky stars you did. That's all I have to say for now, and I hope you found this video informative. If you have any thoughts, please share them in the space provided below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and enable notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. Thank you for watching.